Nice beat. Da, 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 da. So, Gaming Guardian here for the second time because good games are worth guarding. And we will see if... Okay, wait. So I still don't... Okay, is it normal not to see your mouse? Okay. I swore I saw it earlier. Never mind. We're just gonna yeah. Okay, there's the skip. September 4th. Year 201M 2023 BC. Amid the arid heat of the morning sun of Valcaldera Bluffs, I can't help but miss living in the more temperate weather of the Midwest. Summer sleeves are in style this year. That jacket's aroma blog better be right. Jackets. Okay, that's just weird. This suede thing is killing me. Well, at least it's guaranteed to start getting chillier in a few weeks. Besides, I'm sure to make an impression with this. Amber, Croby, and Flint is all the rage these days. I sigh and lean back in the hard plastic seating of the metro. I'm on my way to my first day in a new school. Ordinarily, I'd just be glued to my phone on the trip, but there's just too much on my mind right now. My folk sitch requires us to move frequently, which gives me little time to fit in. Much like how a rolling stone gathers no moss, I could never make a friend I'd keep for longer than a year. Just a lot of promises to keep in touch that petered off within months. Admittedly, it's my fault in the end. But that's all going to change, starting today. I'm going into senior year now. It's my very last chance to prepare for the world ahead. Luckily for me, the cards are stacked in my favor. I feel around in my backpack for my DSLR till my fingers can absentmindedly fiddle with the mode dial. St. Hammond High School is extremely well known for their artist curriculum. In other words, I'll be surrounded by people that share my interests, even if it's a bit of a ride away. Speaking of rides, I was hoping that my parents could drive me there today. By the time I was up, though, they already left for work. No big deal. I like the hustle and bustle of public transportation. That makes one of us. Oh my gosh. That kind of thing, That is anxiety on wheels. Literally. I imagine I'm going to have to get used to this anyway. As time passes, my mind wanders to memories of previous schools. They all sucked. Hey, I need to make the most of the situation I'm in, not get all sad like this. I need to do something like... Oh. Take a selfie with the hobo next to me. I won't get stabbed. Get up and breathe in the fresh city... In that fresh city air. Remain seated and do nothing, wuss. I'm not taking a selfie with someone. I'm interrupted by the ding of the terminal board, and the car gradually starts coming to a stop. I step off the metro, heading out of the station as I follow a few other students heading towards the school. Oddly enough, I'm only seeing dinosaur students, not another human to be seen anywhere. Must be one of those dino-heavy regions. There's a lot of greenery here as well. You'd almost forgot how close we are to a major city. The pathway leads to a stone bridge that goes over a small creek. As I walk across, I notice other students meet in pairs and walk with each other. The air begins to fill with the sounds of laughter and stories of how their summer break went. Ah, there it is. The school peeks out over the trees ahead of me as though inspecting and welcoming me inside. St. Hammond High, my new home away from home for the next year. I stop to take a deep breath. The air here is crisp, reminding me of an old campground I went to back in elementary school. I like the idea of crisp air. Once again, I'm handed an opportunity to make something of myself. I'm apprehensive, but hopeful. It's my last shot at this. There's no going back. I take my first step onwards. Here we go again. Oh, there's actual animation? It literally has no nose or mouth. Students mill about the front yard. This school is known for its heavily prioritized art programs. Over 2/3 of the graduates end up pursuing a career in the arts. And while half of them regret it from what I've read, there's still plenty that made it, right? It's also the management's claim to fame, with the facade of the front entrance being dominated by a vibrant mural. I got a good feeling about this place. Few students eyeball me as I continue walking in. Yeah, 'cause you have no mouth. Some friends whispered to each other. I just knew this jacket would pay off. No, you're human. The front doors are propped wide open and I already feel the cool breeze inviting me in. Inside, it's a familiar yet brand new sight. I hadn't mentioned it yet, but this school is also unique for its student body. It composed almost entirely of dinosaurs, all manner of saurian herbivores and otherwise. Scales, feathers, tails. Is that a tether? Where is he looking? I don't see a tether. Whatever. Wings, talons, and webbed hands. Not to even mention the colors, all vibrant enough to challenge the bright murals of the school outside. Dozens of students march about, reconnecting with past friends and meeting new ones. Some anxiously glance at their schedules, checking every door as though they were numbered at random. I probably shouldn't be standing here Whoa, is that a human? Whoa. I'm soon surrounded and overrun by a crowd of neon-colored teenagers. Clearly my jacket is working like a charm. Wow, he's like a life-size mannequin! Oh, you do have a mouth. You just don't have a nose. It's a miracle those glasses stay up. Hey, new kid! Is this what it's like to be popular? Really wasn't expecting it to happen this quickly. Few students are taking pictures with their phones. I even see some with sketchbook and pen in hands, rapidly scribbling on pages. Wow, human! Are you like a foreign exchange student? In the chaos, I feel a few people touch my hands. Whoa, human skin feels weird! Jeez, a bit uncalled for. As floating as this is, no, I don't want to go with it. I want to let me choose the top one. What is... Guess I'm going along with it. Yeah, it literally won't. Okay, go along with it. There's so much happening. And I don't want to be a party pooper. A few more people shout at me to get my attention. Hey, could you look over there for a side profile? Oh man, yeah, this would be good reference material. Wait. I need to get a better look at his skin texture. Once again find myself frozen, only muttering quietly as I hastily try to follow their instructions. Eventually, all the Saurians take their photos and walk themselves out before dispersing back to their own friend groups. By the time I recover from the shock of the situation, the last one breaks off, and I find myself seemingly all alone again. Oh, that was my chance to socialize. I blew it. You're human, right? Triceratops girl leans forward, scanning me up and down. This is it. Time to seal the deal and get a new friend. Yeah. Inko? Close enough. Hey, can I, get a selfie with you? It'd be great for one of my classes. Yeah, definitely. She puts an arm around my back for a shoulder hug while we pose dramatically. Maybe a bit too friendly? Big smile now! She takes the picture and checks it enthusiastically. So, I'm Inko. Huh? Oh, cool. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. Yeah, she just cares that you're human. Oh. What's the photo for, by the way? She pauses aloofly, chewing some gum. My fashion design class. That jacket is ballin'. Okay. Ah. Thanks for the pic, hon. Well, I feel my shoulders sag as I take in the now sparse hallway around me. That must have been my 15 minutes of fame. I don't think it even lasted 15 minutes, but there's no way I've already blown it. I try to shake away the negative thoughts. Focus on the positive. For a brief moment, I was the talk of the school. Yeah. Click, click, click. The familiar sound draws my attention. I know what that is. At the end of the hall, there's someone kneeling, with one of the latest camera models, if I'm not mistaken. Hey. The guy flinches. I flinch too. I hadn't meant to shout at him. The few students around me don't bat an eye at it, though. Sorry about the yell. No, it's fine. I managed to get the shot I wanted. The bespectacled boy, I think he's a Parasar. Oh my gosh, this does not bode well for the talking. Yeah, I cannot figure out how to make myself louder. I'm using XSplit, and I went into the settings and literally turned me up to 200%, and it didn't seem to make any kind of difference. Let me see if that works. XSplit. Broadcast, no. Wait a minute. How is this? Does this sound better? Okay, it keeps auto-adjusting my volume. I don't know why. Okay. Sorry about that. Just to find the game again. This game, I don't know if they have limited options or it's buggy because of a demo, but some of the choices I'm literally not able to choose. Kind of weird. Okay. The bespectacled bespectacled boy. I'm gonna have to look that word up later. The bespectacled boy, I think he's a parasar, double checks the camera's display and smiles. Yep, perfect. This will be a fine print for the yearbook. Can I see? His grin seems to widen at my interest. Of course, here. He turns the display towards me, showing a shot of the hallway. Wait, it's just a shot of the hallway? And me as the focal point. Pretty good, right? Okay, so some of the choices are disabled. Okay, that's fine. I was like, bespectacled is wearing glasses. Oh, because of spectacles. Gosh, that's a word I've definitely never heard. This guy, he's trying to sound very high IQ with his word choices. He's using $100 words here. Pretty good, right? I look a little closer and notice that I think it's a little out of focus. And dark. What do you have your f-stop set at? Oh, shoot! He stops and glances up at me, pleasantly surprised to get a real answer. Yeah, I'm a bit of a photographer myself. I'm taking it as an elective, too. With Mr. Idacon? Probably didn't say that right, but we're going with Idacon. Thinking back to my memorized class schedule, the name does sound familiar. Oh no, he's a Sheldon. Not that I don't love Sheldon, but bespectacled and memorized class schedule. He's coming off as a Sheldon. Yep. Oh snap, cool, we'll be classmates. Mr. Idacon's busy, so he just teaches it for one period. He offers his hand out for a handshake. I'm Ben. Oh man, I was expecting something way more complicated. Something Nassar or something like that. I'm Ben. Inko. Friend achieved. I'm actually new here. Kinda figured, being the only human student this year and all. St. Hammond isn't one of the more popular schools, but the staff put a lot of effort into the arts program. Even the campus itself is designed like a living art piece. So if you ever need help... From the pause, I'm guessing he's offering some help. I wouldn't say no to a tour. A tour, you say? Well, I'm only going back to the principal's office, but I can point out some neat stuff along the way. He raises an eyebrow to himself in contemplation. To himself? Okay. Might be a good idea to meet the principal, too. He waves for me to follow him. Turns out he wasn't just an avid photographer like me, but also the school council president. Ah, huh? And one of his priorities was taking photos for the school's yearbook for the first day page. Every few minutes we'd pause so Ben could take a couple of shots, mainly of the students talking with each other. And while I would watch, I had considered helping him in some way. I mean, that camera looks amazing, and then there's all his extra lenses in the bag. I feel absolute elation to finally know someone that's into photography. And I really want to broach it, but Ben fills the air between us talking more about the school. Which is why we still go by the Feathertails, even though I think it's a tad distasteful. Dang, you're pretty good at this. Do you give these tours to all the new students? Ha, not really. Although it is something I've thought about a lot. Oh, hold that thought. Hey, Lunara! Ben goes to greet a student putting up some intricate wall banners. Okay, that sounds like a Harry Potter thing, the interaction wall banners. They, like, interact with you. The intricate wall banners. Oh, hey, Ben. You have a good summer vacation? I did. Great work on the decorations. They look even better than last year's. Aw, thank you. What's all this for? She steps aside so I can fully view the banner she just finished with. The Cultural Arts Club. We meet every Thursday after school and look at antique artwork. She'd initially looked past me to talk with Ben, but she gasped once she realizes. Hey, you're a human, right? Oh, that's a silly question. You should totally join. I just love human culture. There's this amazing set of ancient masks at my place from ancient Europe. I just adore them. Wow, that's impressive. I think you'd make a good curator. You know what? I probably would. After the club display during Spirit Week last year, I gotta agree. We spent weeks studying that tribe and weeks more practicing those dances. We also study and paint with those styles like we're learning the techniques of the old masters. Hopefully soon we can even get into sculpting, like those old Venus statues. We plan on getting one to look at sometime this year. What do you think? It'd be great if you could come. Hey, that'd be neat. What say you, Inko? Maybe I do love culture. Maybe I do love culture. No, maybe. I do love culture. A little more certain there. Oh, that's great. Oh, listen. We have this old chieftain's dress we've had for ages. We just have to see what it looks like on the real thing. I'll think about it. No way! I'd sooner endure a second impact event than wear something like that. Well, hey, nice to catch up, Lunara. We got places to be. Take care. Bye! Y'all are experiencing probably the extent of my range of voices other than old man voice that I can do. My normal voice, a girl voice, and a slightly masculine voice. She waves us off and Ben continues leading me to the principal's office. Oh, I don't know if this is a boy or girl. Hey, Ben. Oh, hey, Michael. Listen, can't talk right now, but I'd love to catch up later, okay? Yeah? I'm floored. This guy seems to know just about everyone in school as much as they know him. Talk about being on top of things. I know, but I want to be a voice actor. That's the problem. He points out a few more minor landmarks in the school and stops to greet a number of students happy to see him after the summer break. Man, sorry for having to stop so much. No way, I think it's cool you know everyone. If only I could be cool without making us late. Oh, hey, Shadow Wolf! He points out a few more minor landmarks in the school, eventually leading me to its biggest draw. I'm hitting the wrong button. I already knew this place was known for art, but wow. Just outside the administrative offices, the hallway is filled with wonderful pieces of work. Paintings line the walls with name placards beneath detailing who the artists were. All created by alumni and attending students of the school. And this is the gala. All of these pieces have been featured in all kinds of articles and presentations. Whoa. I know, right? One moment. I know this is like the busiest my Twitch has been in a long time. 3 people. Oh, and if anyone's over on YouTube, I'm sorry, I can't look at the chat on YouTube. I don't have a second monitor, and I'm using my phone to look at one chat. So, come on over to Twitch! Ben turns to the nearest door and gives it a polite knock. I Again, I don't know if the principal's a boy or a girl. Who is it? It's me, Principal Scalar. An oviraptor, no older than her, mid-30s, exits the room, holding a steaming mug and sporting a tired smile. Good morning, Benjamin. Good morning. Inko, this is our esteemed principal. Good morning, ma'am. Her eyes shoot wide mid-sip of her coffee. Oh, I hadn't noticed. You would be Mr. Ganito, yes? Oh my gosh. Incognito. Nice. Nice pun. Yes. But my name... How wonderful. Gone is the exhaustion on her face, instead replaced with a very wide smile. I'm so happy that you've chosen our school for your last year, Mr. Nitu. Ben, be sure to give him a thorough St. Hammond welcome, okay? I already was. If you ever need any assistance, my office is always open, Mr. Nato. Did she just say it differently? Not to mention, the student council is also available for help. Isn't that right, Ben? Yes, Principal Scalar. I keep trying to say Slater. Uh-huh. Yeah. I love the puns. I love name puns. Especially when they're creative. Thank you, Principal Scalar. I keep trying to say Slater. Why do I keep trying to say Slater? Dyslexic. Oh, and Ben, a moment, please. But the parasaur is dragged into the office, leaving me alone in the school gala. Whatever they're saying, I can't hear over the ambient noise of the student body. Either way, it's probably not something I'm meant to hear. I move a few feet away, out of earshot of the discussion inside. On the wall beside me is a framed panoramic landscape of the city, painted by hand. That's actually pretty cool looking. I like that art style. Wow. I could practically use this thing as a map with how detailed it is. No wonder it's hanging so predominantly by the principal's office. The gentle brushstrokes, the vibrant colors, the evening sun bouncing off each of the windows and the majestic scarlet sky enveloping the horizon. All of which combine together to give a dreamscape feeling like it's an idealized vision of the city. It's beautiful. I have never been able to look at art and analyze it like that. It's just like, I like it. No, I don't like it. That's about it. I've never been a big admirer of paintings, but I can't deny that this is a masterpiece. Yeah, it is good. Only a teacher could have been able to express the scenic beauty of the city with this level of skill and passion. You say that, but it's probably a student. Withdraw my Cavan Stone 60 from my bag, and with the compact lens I keep... I feel like there should be a comma there. With the compact lens I keep, I barely fit the entirety of the painting in frame for the shot. Checking the copy of my display, I realize I left out the title and the artist of the piece. The tag says Dreamscape Artist O. Halford, 9th grade. First place, 21M 2020, 3 years ago. A freshman did this? Jeez. Now that I look at the rest of the paintings, this is insane. It's all so much better than what I've made. Almost all of the pieces are beautifully drawn. A acrylic, charcoal, pastel, and yet not even one photo. Hey Inko, I'm back. I'm a senior. How on earth am I meant to even start measuring up here? Inko? What's that sound? Ben nudges me back with the back of his hand as the commotion gets closer. Hey, watch it, Jack! Slow your roll, Leatherface! My leg! I watch as the perpetrator, aggressor, aggregator finally rounds the corner and comes barreling down the hallway, speeding right towards us. My instincts kick in and I stumble to the side to avoid the oncoming collision. For just a split second, I get a look at my assailant. Oh! Green scales, messy hair, and a faded purple hoodie. She propels herself forward with dexterous hands, spinning the large wheels on her. I only now notice that she's in a wheelchair. I didn't even know you could go that fast in one of those. She glances my way and her pupils lock onto mine. Her gray and gold eyes are marred by bags, like she hasn't slept in days. The girl's entire presence is ghost-like. And that expression, it's like she's looking straight through me. I'm sure she barely registers my existence, but I don't think I'll ever forget that face. Just as fast as she came, however, she's gone. As she leaves, I feel like a weight is lifted from my shoulders. At least until I trip directly into a glass case behind me. Oh! Hey, watch it! Whoops. Parasaur's hand roves over the display case, his eyes filled with worry. Looking for something? Cracks. Usually when another student falls into them, there's some kind of crack or scratch. Guess it's just a dino thing. You humans are lucky you don't gotta sweat over this kind of stuff. That happens often? Often enough to drain school funds and repairs. That can't be good. Well, not to brag, but I make do. The bell that has been in every school, like, TV show and game and stuff, I swear. A vibrato chime echoes through the now empty hall. I freeze, tardy on the first day. Huh, whoops. Sorry to run like that. Run on like that. You should get going to your first class. Man, it would help if I wasn't like being dyslexic. When I need a tardy slip or something? Nah, it's the first day. Teachers are lenient. I'm fine either way since, you know. One of the benefits of being class prez. What's your first period? Physical education. Ugh. Ben sucks the air in through his teeth in a prolonged wince. You'll be fine. Gymnasium's down that way. Don't, keep him waiting too long. I need to get going, too. Keep who waiting? I gotta go, too! Bye! Whoa, he walks fast when he has somewhere to be. That reaction doesn't exactly instill confidence in me. I follow Ben's directions towards the school gymnasium. After all the earlier commotion, it's the first quiet moment to myself. Might as well take it to finally sort my thoughts. Let's see. What do I think of this place so far? It's certainly livelier than any of the other schools I've been to. Ever since I've stepped foot in here, everything has been so lively and everyone seems so exuberant. Makes me feel a little out of my depth, since I'm so used to the opposite. Here, people like that girl earlier are eager to share their hobbies almost without being prompted. Everywhere else I've been, people just keep to themselves, like they're only there because they have to be. It hits me. This school's art program attracts people. The students here don't have to be here. They're choosing to be here. That's why it's so active. Well, alright, what can I do with this information? It means I can probably be friends with anyone I want, right? Weird to say, but with everyone here sort of working with each other, there's bound to be an insane level of... oh gosh, another word. Camaraderie. Oh. I don't think I've ever seen it written. I know the word camaraderie, too. Maybe I won't even have to try. I'm almost at the gymnasium now, though, so I'll hold this thought for later. You're gonna get busted. Ah, gym class, where the boys are separated from the men and where people with Herculean physiques are able to show off their sculpted bodies. I begin to remember how much I dreaded going to PE. The innumerable bad experiences from past schools pale in comparison to the many skidded knees and broken glasses. Hopefully this school's PE is a lot less grueling. Doubt it. As I stand before the wooden double doors leading to the gym, I'm struck with how empty the area looks. That's followed by me catching the sound of physical activity coming from within the gym itself. Shoot, I really am late. Ben's earlier warning echoes in my head like a foreboding spirit. I peer through the small window in the doors and see students standing shoulder to shoulder. Towering over them is a primate, who I can only guess is our gym teacher, with his arms crossed and a scowl on his face. I hope I can get away with being tardy. As I walk in... My first thought is how lucky I am to be alive. I don't even know what was thrown at me, but it might as well have been a cannonball. I spot the gym teacher, and even through his baseball cap, I can feel his stare of rage piercing my soul. Such intensity, and that ideal throwing form. It only missed by centimeters. That was a warning shot. Okay. Is he like an orangutan? He said ape, didn't he? Know this and know it well, son! I have a policy. Each of my platoons get one... I did not realize he would actually use the word platoons. I went for my drill instructor voice and it actually works. Each of my platoons gets one free miss from me a year. And you just spin it. I shift my eyes to the students lined up next to him, and they're so stiff with fear that I can't tell what they're feeling. You got 3 seconds to lay it on the front of your squadron. Why, in the great name of KV Drocket, you are late. Well, he didn't even move. Hint taken, I shut my mouth. The simian scholar starts marching back and forth like a drill sergeant. Listen up, because I'm only saying this once. In this class, we operate on tough love. We learn from our mistakes, so you better pray to Raptor Jesus. You don't forget Raptor Jesus. Oh, okay. Raptor Jesus. Oh my god. Now I just want there to be like literally a Jesus for every single dinosaur. It's like the raptors and the pterodactyl Jesus and Tyrannosaurus Rex Jesus. Oh my gosh. Because if you do! With 3 monstrous steps, the coach closed the distance of 10 yards to tower over me. I will be very upset! It reflects poorly on us, all of us, and that is not something I will accept. So I would love to see you maggots succeed, but if you don't, I'll make it unforgettable. Am I understood? I nod my head in fear. Fan-freaking-tastic! Now then, join the rest of the ranks and stiffen up! Once I confirm my bladder is intact, I shuffle over to where my colleagues stand. I feel them staring at me with anger, like I'm responsible for the coach's teaching style. What an appalling first impression to make. I should just quit and start over somewhere else while I still can. The teacher takes a second to glance over us, reminding himself of where he was before I had interrupted. Attend hut, maggots! You will all drop and give me 20 of the finest push-ups. Those guts best be an ant's fart off that pristine gym floor, or else. Okay. With a violently loud blow of his whistle, the coach also takes his position to show the proper technique. I hide my wince as my knees impact roughly on the ground. The real pain starts as I try to keep pace with everyone around me. My biceps and forearms threaten to splinter from the weight of my body and the speed of my jerky movements. I never realized just how badly out of shape I was. On your feet, you bipedal slugs! This guy, he ain't human. Well, duh! Some kind of primate, maybe? A close relative? I can feel my muscles hollering in pure agony as I force myself up from the gymnasium floor. By the time I'm back on my feet, my breathing is heavy and coming out in whistles. Now then, since it's only the first day of school, how about we have ourselves a good old game of dodgeball? Did he say dodgeball? Oh yeah, dodgeball time! Wow, the voice I chose kind of goes with the music. I shoot a glance towards the overly enthusiastic dino next to me, who is absolutely elated by the prospect of the upcoming game. We only finished the warm-up and my muscles are already screaming. My knees shake, my lungs burn, and I'm so drenched in sweat that I'm sure I might need a shower after this. I really don't want to play dodgeball. Aren't we lucky? First day of school and we get to play a game! I don't do dodgeball. Why not? I'm not exactly... Alright, maggots! Pick a side and keep the numbers even! This is a suicide match! And a free-for-all, too! Damien, why don't you socialize by picking your teammates? Shades, you're on blue team! Wait, but why are there teams if it's a free-for-all? Alright, I'm going with the human dude. Before I can figure out the rules of this dodgeball game, the Dilophosaurus wraps an arm around my neck and brings me to his side of the field. Oh, and one last thing! His leer and tone freeze me to the spot. What's the first rule? We only got one! Have fun? Gang up on the weakest one! Wait, what? You're the weakest one! You are the weakest link. Goodbye. In a matter of seconds, the gymnasium becomes a full-blown battleground. I do my best to dodge the oncoming flurry of red rubber spears coming my way like bullets. I dive to the ground, avoiding the oncoming projectiles as they soar overhead and pelt my comrades. I hear the blows and the guttural groans of those who already succumbed to the onslaught of inflated orbs. Combat crawling away from the fierce front, I entrench myself along the edge of the field in the hopes of being ignored. I cast my gaze to the rest of my allies and, oh god, it's a full rout. So many bod... So how's the first day of school treating you, bro? I look up to see the finned dino, the same pink Dilophosaurus who had dragged me to his side of the court, staring down at me and smiling. What do you think? I watch as he casually dodges an incoming ball before throwing his own. Name's Damien, by the way. Inko. Nice to meet you. You too. Crumb Dome and Frills. Crumb Dome and Frills. Who said that you two had time to talk? Does my gymnasium look like a debate stage? I mean, maybe if we got some of those stands from the auditorium, maybe. I know a guy's uncle that can make a really classy podium. I look up at Damien with absolute bewilderment. What is this guy thinking? The coach looks like he's about to explode. Do not play smart with me, son! Keep your trap shut and eyes focused on the enemy! Damien just smiles and gives the coach a thumbs up as if we aren't in the middle of an active war zone. You got it, Mr. Solly. That's Coach Solly to you! And what's the hold-up, Shades? You're just making yourself an easy target on the floor. Get up and play to win! Alright, guess it's my time to do something of worth. But I'm not exactly good at dodgeball. Oh, maybe I could do the whole blocking thing for everyone. That should hopefully make it so that everyone isn't peeved at me for wasting the warning shot. But here's where things change. I can totally turn this around. All is equal in the court. The ball aimlessly rolls on the floor in front of me, calling out to me by ammunition. I somehow weave through 2 shots at me and pick up the ball. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it now. I'm on fire. There's no way I'm losing now. You're getting way too cocky too fast. I grab onto the ball and start blocking any shot that so much as crosses our side of the field. Yeah, I'm doing great. Block 1, block 2, block 3. Now I'm really feeling it. I bet everyone's looking at me now. Any thought of playing the game suddenly left my mind like it was never there. Who cares? Doing this is more than enough. I can be the Hey, new guy! New voice catches my attention. A crimson Parasaurus. Think fast. What? Ooh, in the face! The floor is cold. Maybe I shouldn't have come here at all. Yeah, roll credits. Yeah, game over. He is dead. Or no, he's in a coma. A pair of extremely dirty sneakers enter my field of view. That you're able to see anything is amazing. You gotta get up, Shades! No, I give up. Bonk. Oh man, that hurts. How long was I out? I'm laying down on something soft. Where am I? Yeah, now he's in a coma. Yeah, exactly. And everything from this point on is a dream. My vision clears and I sit up from the plastic bed. He has no eyes or mouth. He had a mouth earlier. He hit him so hard he lost his mouth. Sure is bright in here. Oh crap. They broke my sunglasses! Why were you wearing sunglasses inside playing dodgeball? You should have took them off. Luckily I brought my reserve pair. So he has no eyes and his mouth disappears. Much better. I stand from the rubber mattress, taking in the tiny room finally. All alone? Not even a school nurse or anything? Oh, there she is. Looks like she's attending to another student who has his snout stuck in a cone. Huh? Looking at the clock on the wall, it's already noon. That would explain the pounding headache. Finally awake, Shades? Oh. I was reading that as the principal for some reason. Finally awake, Shades! I sit ramrod straight and the fear of God stricken into me once more. Calm yourself, cadet. You ate dirt pretty hard back there. Oh, man. Yeah. Wait, you did that. I did! Pelted you right in the back! Do you know why? Because I messed up? Be more specific, kid. Because I couldn't be a good teammate and got hit in the face? Wrong! It was after that. Nothing happened after that. No, you gave up. But I was doing well. You think so? I was blocking the balls and all. You weren't blocking anything, you were showing off. You found a single thing you could do and started dancing around like a clown. You focused on the easy thing and gave up the real thing. You were so focused that you forgot to look around for a moment. And here you are. I know a defeated man when I see one, and there's no way in hell I'm letting a student of mine give up so easily. It's the first period of the first day, and you're already giving up? Either way, that's a pretty bad lump you ended up with. You gotta watch around some students, if you know what I mean. I blink a few times and recall the chick that yelled at me to catch, followed by pounding me in the face. That one, she's, He chuckles to himself a bit. She's something, alright. Yeah, looked like the devil herself. Anyways, take the rest of the day off, kid. What? I'm telling you to go home. The principal gave the okay. I feel my head again, another stab of pain. Am I really not good to go back to class? Wasn't I getting lectured about this just a few moments ago? Well, I don't want to give up so easy. No, you should go home to your folks. He scratches the back of his head, slightly embarrassed. Right. About that. We tried calling them earlier. Couldn't reach them. I give a sad half smile. Yeah, sounds about right. I can make it home fine on my own. He nods. When you get back, don't give up so easily. He holds the door to the nurse's office open. I nod and exit the office, Coach Solly closing the door behind us. Oh, and here's for tomorrow. A brown paper bag is shoved into my arms along with my backpack. Peeking in, I see something blue and gold wrapped in plastic. If you hadn't been late, you could have changed into those. Thank you, sir. Next time, Shades, think faster. Got it? Yes, sir. His smile is positively unnerving. Now scram, cadet! Well, this is officially the worst first day I've ever had. As my feet drag along the linoleum floor, I can't help but painfully think of all the failures of the past few hours. No thanks to a very prominent bump on the back of my head. Ow. I'm worse than everyone here, both on a creative and physical level. I know I really shouldn't be bothered by it, but I hate seeing just how far behind I am compared to everyone else. I thought I'd make new friends. What was I thinking? I stop and shake my head a bit. What the heck am I doing sulking like this? It's a bad first day, but it's just the first day. There's still all the rest. I still met Ben and Damien. They're pretty cool. I'm not gonna let my optimism be ruined just because of a bad dodgeball match. Just you wait, St. Hammond. Today was a test run. Oh, nice. That's creative. Tomorrow's the real deal. In demo? Morning comes. Okay, maybe not. Huh. I've always had a decent internal clock, but it's a new record for me to get accustomed to a new sleeping schedule in just one day. Especially with the fully grown lump on my scalp. Oh, is it? Okay. I'm surprised. Normally the demos for games are pretty short. I move an arm from my sheets and feel my head. Yeah, that's bruised real good. Could be worse, though. Alright, time to get up. I slump out of my bed and yawn, stretching my arms and cracking my spine a bit. My new room is pretty nice. Quite spacious, even with all the still sealed boxes. I brush my hand over one of them, the one with my other clothes. I'll get around to opening them at some point. Yeah, it kind of looks like an Iron Man poster. I think that top one is supposed to be a hit for Batman, and the one on the right is Wonder Woman. But they're just vague enough and weird enough to not be them. But that one on the right is so Wonder Woman. Like, gosh. I mean, at least the one that's Batman looks awkward enough, and the Iron Man one is more distorted. But the Wonder Woman, I'm like, that just looks like Wonder Woman, you know, without a face. Right now, though, it's time for breakfast. I shuffle downstairs into the heart of the house. The morning sunbeams shining through the window draw my eyes to look out to the new neighborhood. The driveway is empty. Looks like my parents are already gone for the day. No surprise there, really. It's all they ever focus on. A shiver runs up my spine as my feet step on the icy tiles of the kitchen. My eyes are drawn to some taped-up boxes that are still scattered about on the counters. I mean, I wouldn't even know how to do that, but I think it's cool that people do know how to just dig through the game files. That'd be pretty interesting to see that art up close. There's a familiar sticky note on the fridge, and I don't even have to read it to know what it says. At this point, Mom's just wasting paper. The least she could do is reuse the same note and make small addendums to it. I snag a plate from the nearest drawer and open up the freezer. No fresh produce to be seen, but there's still the mostly full box of breakfast burritos. Yeah, I've been trying to appreciate ethnic cultures more. Wow. If eating a breakfast burrito is ethnic culture, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm terrified that I'm gonna break something, because I say that I have enough knowledge just to be dangerous, and like, let's just say if I didn't have an iPhone and I had an Android, I probably would brick it because I'd screw around with it too much. Because I like to know what things can do, and I just fiddle with my phone a lot. And yeah, I would have bricked my Android probably immediately. Plate loaded with a couple of minuscule flour-wrapped meals, I set the microwave and wait for the burritos to hopefully not explode or burn inside. While I wait, though, I check my phone. I scan over my newsfeed and check out some of the people I'm subscribed to, hoping there's something to watch during my meal. Unfortunately, nobody posts videos or streams this early in the morning. Guess I'll watch a suggested video then. I prop my phone up and click on something random. At the ding of the microwave, I retrieve my breakfast, carrying it carefully so I don't burn my hands on the bottom of the plate. I give the first burrito a test bite and, the inside is still cool. I don't want to stick it back in though, the tortilla would just become a brick then. I shrug it off, continue chewing, and watch my phone. Top of the morning, folks! By the time the video ends, I've finished the last of the half-thawed burritos. Pocketing my phone, I slip the plate into the sink and head out for the day. This time, I'm at least getting through the day. Today, survival. Tomorrow, revival. Thrivival. I'll work on it. Deja vu. On the metro again. I take a little more time to check out my surroundings. The sun shines through the windows across from my normal seat. There's this one chick that was there yesterday, probably on her way to work. It's probably a set routine for her at this point. She always does a bit of makeup first and then checks her phone the rest of the way. When the sun shines through the windows, it highlights her hair in a really neat way. like a movie poster almost. I take a picture, but it might be a little too awkward for me. Also, everything's disappeared. Why is it so dark? How's St. Hammond treating you so far, Mr. Nito? A voice so deep that it reverberates in my bones calls from above. Oh, that deep? Okay. I'm taken aback at his authoritative stature. His head is nearly grazing the top of the passenger car. How did he even get in here? Oh, it's been great so far, Mr. Ferris. He offers out his hand for a handshake, though his palm alone smothers my entire hand. How do you know my name? You're clearly going to school. The nearest one is St. Hammond, and I'm already aware of a new human student, if you don't mind my profiling. Yeah, actually he would look like Johnny Bravo with blonde hair. Whoa. You got all that just from looking at me? I'm partially joking. Your full name is printed on your backpack. You know that's dangerous, right? Oops. Yep, that's me alright. But please, I know it's only been a few days since the year started, but I'd like to hear your opinions so far. Is this a questionnaire or something? Not exactly, but it is of some importance to an assignment of mine. What does that mean? Oh, what am I being secretive for? I'm here to audit your school, see the teachers, know the students, make sure it's a proper place of learning. I wish it were something worth being secretive about. More often than not, it's just paperwork and office politics. Oh, alright then. My thoughts on the school so far. I consider telling you about a teacher nailing me with a dodgeball to make a point. Nah, I'm over it. Well, the classes that I have are great, and the teachers I have are a dynamic bunch. He thumbs the inside of his coat pocket for his pen, but decides he doesn't need it yet. I see. Any favorites? I mean, I don't like to have favorites, but all the staff seem pretty lively. Ferris lets out a heavy, rumbling chuckle. That's certainly good to hear. And what of your fellow students? Made any friends? It's been a bit of a struggle, but it's always been that way for me since my folks move around a lot. I think I'm doing pretty good this time around. Why do you think that is? I think it's the jacket. The jacket? I give my lapel a quick tug for an extra style points. The Coastline Cotton Nylon Bomber number 32. Part of the latest catalog by A&F. I see. Why am I enjoying doing his voice like that so much? It's like, I don't know, just part of me really likes that. Does he need to lean so close to inspect it? If the carriage rocks in any way, he'd probably turn me into a piece of modern art against the window. And that's really what the youth are into these days. Hey, the results speak for themselves. Whatever he's thinking about, it's got nothing to do with his work. I think I have a pretty good idea on what it could be, though. Mr. Ferris? Do you got no swag? Really? Oh. Well, I guess that probably answers it. I admit to being a little gray. I'm aware I'm not exactly with it anymore. Well, even the older generation can dress to impress. You just have to see what people today like to wear. I'm certainly willing to listen to the youth of today, yes.
Is it somewhat important? It is somewhat important to my job to know how the student body thinks. And my niece often suggests dressing more relaxed, whatever that means.
Does she ever see you in casual clothes?
I'm wearing them now.
I can save him. The rest of the trip was quick, but we continue with small talk about trends. When we arrive at my stop, he attempts to give me his business card. For someone whose mere presence could stop a fight, he seems like a genuinely nice fellow. I look forward to talking to him again. Oh god, those burritos were a mistake. Okay, bye Shadow Wolf, thanks for coming. He's gonna throw up on the on the gym floor. Yep, my stomach is rolling after the warm-ups.
Alright maggots, today we'll be working on your cardiovascular system. By that I mean good old-fashioned mile run. I won everyone out on the track field yesterday.
I notice Damien's mouth opens soon as Coach Solly yells the words.
And no, Damien, that does not mean I want you to time travel. Unless, of course, you mean running so fast that you hit 88 miles per hour.
Back to the Future reference. And just as quickly, Damien shuts his mouth again and shoots Solly a thumbs up. Solly's only reply is to let out a snort.
Double time it now, cupcakes!
There's no hesitation for me this time. I follow the rest of the class and do the run Solly wanted. As expected, I rapidly fell behind the pack. Hey Inko, nice of you to drop by. How are you doing? Damien, what are you doing back here? Keeping my new buddy company, of course. What are you doing? Trying not to vomit. You're doing great then. Thanks, I guess. Shouldn't you be at the very front of the pack, though? Next to Mia? Nah, man, not her. Mia? You know, the one that knocked you out yesterday. A brief flashback reminds me of the red Parasaurus. Ah, her. Yeah, I like Damien. He seems like he's nice, actually nice, like genuinely nice. But yeah, a little slow maybe. It actually reminds me of an OC I have, a little bit. By the way, glad to see you're doing way better today. You're even up and running. Yeah, glad I didn't wind up with permanent brain damage. Hey, question. What happened yesterday normal around here? Well, Mia's a wild one, that's for sure. Best not to mess with her unless you're into those kind of chicks, in which case, be my guest. As for Solly, yeah, he's always like that. You'll get used to it, though. He ain't that bad a guy once he warms up to you. If you say so. Hey, don't worry, man. You're gonna fit right in no time flat. In fact, you should sit with us at lunch. That way we can give you the proper welcome and stuff. Lunch? What? We? I mean...
Inko! Damien! Don't fall behind!
Solly's voice snaps me from my mini stupor and makes me realize just how far behind Damien I had fallen behind the rest of the class. Whoops, better catch up with the others before Solly brings out the punitive measure. Excuse me? The what? You don't want to find out, brother. Trust me. What? Come on, dude, let's jet. Before I could say another word, Damien gets behind me and starts pushing me forward, forcing my legs to move faster than they ever should have. I have to struggle to not trip over myself, but somehow I managed to keep up the pace that Damien was forcing my whole body to maintain. There's the sweat. And dead. 5 minutes and 3 more laps later, I fall flat on my butt. My heart beating so fast and lungs burning so fiercely that every breath feels like sandpaper scraping against my throat. I relate to that feeling. I'm feeling that after doing the drill instructor voice. I have not been doing voice acting very much lately. Regardless of that, though, I finished the jog. The first small step towards conquering my physical weakness. Good job, maggots! Keep this up and you'll be soldiers yet! Sully turns to me and with a slight grin shoots me a thumbs up. Okay, that's all for today! Hit the lockers, cupcakes! Hey, you got his respect. Damien helps me back up and I join the rest of the male students as we head back to the locker room. We talk a bit more about our interests and other school matters on the way, Damien filling me in a bit on St. Hammond's history during the 3 years he'd been in attendance. By a bit of luck, our lockers aren't that far apart from one another, but our conversation isn't a real possibility, considering all the other ones going on in the relatively cramped locker room. There really isn't that much more time to chat before the bell rings for our next class switch. I wave goodbye to Damien and start looking for my next class. And even though I wanted to go a longer stream than this, I'm going to have to stop here because I think I wrecked my voice. I feel a little hoarse. So I'm going to try and do another stream soon. Possibly tomorrow. It just really depends on what happens this week. But I'd like to get in the practice of doing streams more often and using my voice more so that I can go longer. Yeah. Thanks for understanding. But I really appreciate everyone. Oh, thank you. It definitely is more fun to have some people there in the chat, you know? No, I'm not just speaking to the ethers. And I hope y'all have a great day, and let me hit save before I forget, because that would suck. Nope, that didn't work. Boom. Saved! Alright. Well, until next time, thank you all very, very much. And bye!